Alrighty, yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Fitzbug TV here, aka Lord33. I am back with another video on the channel for y'all today. And tonight we are here with your Monday Night Raw review and results for March 18th, 2019. I am Fitzbug TV. I don't expect this review to be long, to be honest. Sorry about that. That's better. I don't expect to be here long, to be honest, man. Raw was trash, absolute garbage tonight. You know, we're on the road to WrestleMania. We have about, let's say, 3 weeks left to go. 2 more weeks of live shows until Mania. And right now, the card's taking shape, and I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Raw was, they didn't really build towards Mania tonight. Tonight's show was awful, pretty awful. And, we're starting to see what matches are going to happen. More matches are being announced by the day. And, WrestleMania, it's going to be a long-ass show this year, all right? And there's rumors saying that WrestleMania could be as up to 8 hours because the pre-show starts at 5, and most likely the show's gonna end around midnight. And it's funny, you guys, if anybody you guys know me, my boy Moose, aka Anthony, who I used to do this podcast with, he no longer watches the podcast, but he was telling me earlier in the week, last week, how for you guys that don't know him, Kurt Angle is his favorite wrestler of all time. And, he doesn't watch WWE anymore. He stopped watching a couple months ago, but he was planning on watching, WrestleMania just to see Kurt Angle's final match. But he was hoping it would be, against somebody that's actually mad, like maybe John Cena or The Undertaker or something like that. But tonight, it was announced that Kurt Angle's farewell match will be against Baron Corbin. And Moose just texted me, I don't think you guys could see that, but he just texted me, the best wrestler of all time's final match is going to be against Baron fucking Corbin. What is WWE thinking? Are you trying to make us not watch WrestleMania? Baron Corbin. What? Memorable matches. Yes, Kurt Angle. All right. Kurt Angle, one of the greatest superstars of all time. All time, all right? In his prime, you could argue maybe the best in-ring performer of his generation. All right? Putting on classics with everybody. Yes, and Kurt Angle has lost a step in the ring, all right? He's nowhere near the level he once was. But this is his final match. You couldn't have found anybody else for Kurt Angle to wrestle. John Cena, there was rumors of him. We don't know if he's even going to be at Mania this year with all of his commitment. Undertaker, we know that, it looks like he may not have no match, but there's still rumors that Taker's going to make an appearance. Maybe you get the Raw. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But Baron Corbin? Are you serious right now? Baron Corbin. What memorable matches has Baron Corbin had on the main roster? What has Baron Corbin done to deserve any match at WrestleMania? Nonetheless, Kurt Angle's farewell match. Kurt Angle's farewell match should be against a legend or an up-and-coming talent or one of the best on the main roster. Baron Corbin is none of those things. None of those. He is garbage in the ring. I can't stand him on the mic. He's terrible in the ring. The only thing that I like about Baron Corbin is his finisher, the end of days. But no, we're going to put Baron Corbin against Kurt Angle in his farewell match. Kurt Angle, yes. Kurt Angle, he should just be grateful to have a match on Mania. Because Kurt Angle is nowhere near. The only thing Kurt Angle can do these days is suplex, Olympic slam, ankle lock. That's about it. So, for a guy, Kurt Angle, who is in his 50s, who can no longer wrestle at the level he once was able to do, All right. Instead of putting him in the ring with a ring general, someone that's actually going to bring Kurt Angle to at least a decent match at Mania, no, we're going to go up against Baron Corbin. If you see, Kurt Angle wrestled Apollo Crews last week. This week he wrestled Chad Gable. Those people were able to give Kurt Angle better matches on free TV than the match that Baron Corbin will give Angle at Mania. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous right now. I don't believe, I don't know who made the decision, but whoever made the decision should be fired immediately. Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. All right. I wanted Angle to have an actual important moment. But nah. You're going to put him against Baron Corbin. That's not, I don't even think that match is pre-show worthy. That match has no business being on any card. Not Raw, not SmackDown, not a pay-per-view. Nonetheless, WrestleMania. Are you kidding me? Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle. My God. I don't know what this company's thinking. Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. Think about this. Moose just texted me. Again. Crazy thing is, I was actually going to watch WrestleMania until you told me that shit. Network subscription canceled after TakeOver. Moose is one of the biggest Kurt Angle fans around. And he's not going to watch Mania. I don't blame him. All right? I don't blame him. There's a reason why he's not watching the product. Decisions like this. You're going to make people pay to watch Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle on pay-per-view. Nonetheless, WrestleMania. And you expect people to sit in that arena to watch that garbage? Jeez, man. Like, come on. I still can't believe they actually decided to do that. Anyway, that's just a mini rant to start the show. This show was pretty terrible. Pretty garbage, And the show started off with the Universal Championship. And I got to say something, all right? Last year when WWE announced Renee Young to be the commentator to replace Jonathan Coachman as the third commentator on Monday Night Raw, I was excited. All right, I was happy she was getting the opportunity, and I thought maybe with time she could grow into a really good voice on Raw, and maybe one day become the lead commentator. Here we are, almost a year later, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think Renee Young needs to be replaced on commentary. All right, I already can't stand Corey Graves. Michael Cole is barely bearable. All right, barely bearable. Renee Young needs to go. She is not good on commentary. All she does is just say, little things here and there. Like, basically, all she does is react to what. She doesn't even commentate on the action, really. She just reacts to what she sees on the ring. Like, oh my gosh, someone stop this. This, that. She deserved that. Like, that really? So your job as a commentator is to be like everybody in the stands, react to what's going on in the ring? No, your job is to commentate and make sense out of everything that's happening in the ring. Renee Young clearly doesn't do that on commentary. I could do better on commentary than Renee Young. And that's facts. I just want to get that out there. But the show started off with Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion. And, the show was in Chicago. Chicago is one of my favorite wrestling crowds because we all know when WWE's in Chicago, the Chicago fans always tell you how they feel. All right? And Chicago's most notable for being the hometown of CM Punk. There was a lot of CM Punk chants tonight. But, we weren't expecting. We know CM Punk's not coming back to the WWE anytime soon. But the show starts off, Lesnar and Heyman come out. And basically, Paul Heyman goes on one of his monologues talking about how Seth Rollins says all this about how Lesnar struggled with other people like AJ Styles and Finn Balor and Daniel Bryan. But yet, Brock Lesnar won all those matches. He conquered all those opponents, just like he's going to conquer Seth Rollins at Mania. And Rollins is dumb for having a match with Drew McIntyre, just 3 weeks before WrestleMania, and then Drew McIntyre comes out and he he basically starts talking about how he's, absolutely ran through Roman. He's ran through Dean Ambrose, and how he's going to run through Seth Rollins tonight. And then Drew McIntyre recommends Paul Heyman start looking into finding a new WrestleMania opponent for Lesnar, because once he's done with Rollins tonight, Rollins will not make it to WrestleMania. All right. But then right from behind, Seth Rollins comes, and then he starts beating the hell out of Drew McIntyre with a chair. All right. And he does hits like maybe like 10 chair shots on Drew McIntyre. Then he looks at Baron Corbin he looks at Brock Lesnar in the ring. He runs into the ring with the chair, trying to go out to Lesnar, but Lesnar quickly gets out of the ring. He takes his title, he walks up the ramp, and that's it. Not surprised though, because every Brock Lesnar segment is rinse and repeat. Lesnar comes out, Paul Heyman, starts talking while Lesnar just stands in the ring. All right, stands in the ring, and his opponent comes out, whoever he's feuding with, and either he attacks them, hits them with like some F5s and some suplexes, or he just walks around the ring with his title and then walks out. Lesnar's been doing this for how many years now? Like, can we get something more creative with this guy? Please. Can we do something like, remember when Lesnar and Samoa Joe were feuding back a couple years ago? That was actually creative. That was actually enjoyable. I don't know. This didn't get me excited at all for anything at WrestleMania. Didn't get me excited for Lesnar and Seth Rollins. And later on in the show, Drew McIntyre actually challenged Roman Reigns to a match at Mania. So it looks like we finally know what Roman will be doing at Mania. He'll be going one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. Don't care, because I've seen that match how many times? How many times, last year in 2018, did we see that match on WWE TV? I think we saw that at least half a dozen times. And I'm being serious. All right? I have no care for Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Zero whatsoever. Moving on. We had Finn Balor and his mystery partner going up against Bobby and Leo. All right? Bobby and Leo come out, and they start, they do their normal talk. Like, it doesn't matter who Finn's partner is going to be. They're going to get destroyed. Then Finn Balor comes out, and he basically says, oh, this person been wanting to get his hands on you for a long time. All right? There was rumors saying there was possibly going to be Sami Zayn. We were all hoping it was going to be Sami Zayn. We want to see him, return. But that was not the case. It was Braun Strowman. Hold on, Moose. I love it. Moose just texted me. All right, I don't know if he's watching the podcast or he just texted me. Who was Finn's teammate tonight? And now Moose is gonna text me back. Moose texts me, you're fucking kidding, man. I miss doing my podcast with Moose, man. I really miss. I wish he would come back. I don't blame him. Anyway, Braun Strowman was Finn's mystery partner. And there's rumors going around that, we could be seeing the Demon appear at Mania. I would not be against that, because last year I remember stating Finn Balor should appear as the Demon, and he should defeat The Miz and Seth Rollins. I mean, he didn't. He came out with this Balor Club for everyone, which I wasn't against. All right, but he should have came out with the Demon. All right, he comes out, and Seth Rollins won the match. But if we get Balor versus Lashley at Mania, honestly, that should be pre-show, because Bobby Lashley has no business being on the main card. I don't care if he's the champion or not. All right, the only way that match should be on the main card is if we get the Demon. It's that simple. Simple. Oh man, Moose texting me right now, man. But yeah, Strowman comes out, and basically Strowman won the match with a running power slam on Leo Rush. Last he was leaving the ring. He had wanted no business. He just left his boy Leo just to take the power slam. All right, who cares? It was also later on announced that Strowman will be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'm not surprised. Strowman probably should win the Battle Royal. He should be the favorite. But honestly, who cares at the end of the day? All right, don't care at all. Next, a moment of bliss. So, Alexa Bliss, she is going to be the host for WrestleMania. Moose is still texting me. I'm sorry, I should be paying attention to the review, but Raw sucks. I'm finding very, very little care to do this review right now. I'm sorry, guys. I got to be honest with y'all. But Elias announces that he will be the musical act at WrestleMania, kind of like what he did last year. Remember last year, he interrupted John Cena, and, that led to Cena versus Undertaker. Moose just texted me who was Sasha and Bailey facing at Mania. We'll get to that. Or maybe I'll do a whole separate video on that. Anyway, yes, and after Elias announced that he would, be the musical act, No Way Jose's conga line comes out, being led by Heavy Machinery, and basically what would lead is No Way Jose. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not paying attention because. But anyway, No Way Jose is, No Way Jose is, he's disguised in some kind of suit, and he comes out, and attacks Elias. This sets up a match because remember last week Elias attacked No Way Jose. Who cares? Who cares? And this leads to a match between No Way Jose and Elias. Elias wins with that, I forget his move, the drift away. I think that's what his move called. Who cares? Don't care about Elias. Don't care about Elias performing at WrestleMania. The only good thing about this was Elias absolutely crapping on Chicago. The joke tonight is every time Elias was like, every time I perform, it's like the Chicago Bears going for a field goal. Instead, I make it every single time. That was the only good thing about that promo. The only good thing. Everything else about this segment, No Way Jose versus Elias, the conga line, garbage. Garbage. All right. We don't know what's going to happen on WrestleMania. Elias is going to do his musical act, and he's going to get interrupted. Probably by some kind of WWE legend. All right. Wouldn't be surprised if it's. I'm on the bet. I'll take bets right now. It's most likely going to be The Undertaker. Most likely going to be The Undertaker. Like, come on. Like, all this rumors about what Taker's going to do. Taker's going to be at Mania. It wouldn't be WrestleMania without The Undertaker. Let's be serious. But moving on. All right, we already talked about the Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin garbage. All right, we're not going back to that. And the sock. We're gonna wait a sec to talk about the Sasha and Bailey segment. We're gonna wait a sec because I could do a whole nother video on that myself. All right. What else happened on this garbage show? Ricochet versus Jinder fucking Mahal. Really? This was actually a match on tonight's show. Ricochet versus Jinder fucking Mahal. Someone tell me. Do you really? If you want people to not care about Ricochet, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, all right? Ricochet, one of the best talents from NXT, all right? Best talent from NXT. You put him up against Jinder fucking Mahal? Are you kidding me? Really? Jinder, no one cares about him. I don't care if he's a former world champion, all right? He has no business being in the ring with somebody like Ricochet. You keep putting these garbage-ass matches for Ricochet and Aleister Black. People, I've already said, Ricochet and Aleister Black are not special on the main roster. WWE fucked them up from the first day that they debut. The first day. There's nothing appealing about them on the main roster. To be honest, you want to give me an important match at Mania? Why don't you give me Ricochet versus the Demon Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship? Ever think about doing that? Nah, because WWE clearly doesn't know how to book its show, doesn't know how to book its programming, don't know how to book its superstars. We're on the road to WrestleMania, but you want to give me Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor again. You want to give me Jinder fucking Mahal versus Ricochet when we're on the road to WrestleMania. Pete? I don't know who you are, Pete, but if you don't like the yelling, you don't have to watch the review, bro. Jesus, man. What else happened on this garbage show? We'll talk about Ronda Rousey in a little bit, all right? Oh, yeah, we had Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews tonight. Why? I don't know. All I know is Crews beat Corbin by pinfall. Don't care. We'll talk about, all right, now that, all right, let's go back. We'll talk about the Sasha Banks segment now. Where do I even begin? Where do I even begin? You guys know what I feel about Sasha Banks. She is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. The best in the world, in my opinion. I've been saying Sasha and Bailey deserve a big-time tag team match at Mania. I wouldn't have been mad if it was the Bell Twins. I wouldn't have been mad if it was Tristan Lita, because most of the main roster talent is garbage. Let's just call it as it is. The Iconics versus Sasha and Bailey? Nope. Nia versus Tamina against Sasha and Bailey? Come on, let's be serious. Mandy versus Sonya? That could actually be a good match. That could actually be a good feud, but it's not WrestleMania worthy. Let's be serious here. What does WWE do? Sasha and Bailey beat Nia and Tamina clean at Fastlane. That should have been the end of the feud. Instead, WWE decides to have Beth Phoenix, who's on commentary, get attacked by both Nia and Tamina. And what do they do tonight? What do they do? I said, if you're going to do Sasha Banks and Bailey against Nia and Tamina, do it before Mania. Do not do it at WrestleMania. All right? Because it's a spit in the face. Because Sasha and Bailey, they did everything they could to try to make a good match with Nia and Tamina. Nia and Tamina are just garbage in the ring. You saw what they did at Fastlane. Sasha and Bailey were doing all these double team moves, just trying everything. And Nia and Tamina, when you have fat ass people that don't know how to move in the ring. It doesn't matter if you have Sasha. It doesn't matter if you have Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle. It doesn't matter what ring general you have. You're not going to get a good match. You're not. All right? But now, what does WWE decide to do? They decide, oh no, we're going to keep Nia and Tamina in the title picture. The only reason why Nia has a job is because The Rock's her cousin. And what do? We're going to do a triple threat. A triple threat for the women's tag team titles at WrestleMania. All right, we're going to have Sasha and Bayley going up against not only Nia and Tamina, but also Beth Phoenix and Natalya. Sasha said it best tonight. Sasha said it best. During their promo, when Beth Phoenix said, oh, I'm coming out of retirement because I have a dream. Me and Natalya had a dream because there was no tag team titles back when I was wrestling. All right. And I'm so happy that, there's tag team titles now. But I'm going to come out of retirement at WrestleMania to fight for the women's tag team championships with my best friend, Natalya. Who the fuck cares? There's a reason why you're retired. I don't want to see Beth Phoenix wrestling in a ring in 2019. We haven't seen her wrestle in the ring in 6 years. I was in middle school the last time Beth Phoenix wrestled in a ring. No, but we're not even gonna have her compete a couple weeks before Mania. We're not even gonna put her in a couple matches. Nah, just because. I'm trying so hard to keep my composure right now. But Nia and Tamina, that's already 2 garbage wrestlers. The fact that Beth Phoenix actually said tonight that Natalya is the best in the world? What? Natalya's not even a top 5 female wrestler in the company. I'm not saying Natalya sucks, but she's not better than Sasha. She's not better than Becky. She's not better than Asuka. She's not better than, most of the wrestlers in NXT. I'm sorry, but Natalya's trash to me in the ring. She's pretty trash. And you expect me to care about Sasha Banks and Bayley going up against Natalya and Beth Phoenix at WrestleMania? Are you kidding me right now? Really? Oh my gosh, why? Why are you doing this? Instead of giving Sasha Banks and Bayley legit contenders. And Sasha and Bayley actually announced tonight that they're going to SmackDown Live tomorrow night to confront the Iconics. I don't know if that means we're going to get a match tomorrow night or, they're just going to have just kind of promo segment. And the thing about it is, WWE better dare not take those titles off of Sasha and Bayley at Mania. They've been teasing for weeks, ever since they got the titles. We're going to defend these titles on Raw. We're going to defend these titles on SmackDown. We're going to defend these titles in NXT. And what? They barely started their title reign. If WWE dares decide to take those titles off of Sasha and Bayley, I might stop watching. I might have to join Moose. All right, for real. Beth Phoenix, we don't even know how good she can still wrestle. We haven't seen her wrestle in 6 years. But no, we're just going to give her a WrestleMania match just because she's a legend. Let's see how that works out. Sasha is the best wrestler in the world, and she's going to do her best to bring that match to the best it can. But when you have trash like Nia and Tamina, and you have somebody that's, barely over decent with Natalya, and Beth Phoenix, who we haven't seen wrestle in over half a decade, we don't know. I don't know. We just got to sit there and pray for the best, right? Let's cross our fingers and hope that nothing bad goes wrong. Nothing goes wrong. Let's hope. All right. Sasha Banks and Bayley going up against. I can't talk about this no more. Next up, all right, we had Ronda Rousey versus Dana Brooke for the Raw Women's Championship. Yeah, that was a match tonight, guys. Dana Brooke got a championship opportunity. So basically, there was a little bit of backstory to this. Ronda Rousey came into the arena All right, she's holding hands with her husband Travis Brown, and then she gets confronted by one of the WWE referees, and there's a bunch of security. All right, and the guy tells Ronda Rousey, "Oh, you're gonna need you've been assigned extra security based on your actions in the past couple weeks because Ronda Rousey, she's been smacking everybody around. She don't care anymore. She don't care. She don't give two craps. All right, but she comes out and basically then she has her match with Dana Brooke. This match lasted less than 30 seconds. I am not lying to you guys. This match lasted 30 seconds. Yeah, even Moose is in the chat. He going, Dana Brooke, are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm not. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and you gave Dana Brooke a title opportunity. Yeah. So let me tell you how this match went. All right. Dana Brooke slaps Ronda Rousey in the face. Oh, no. It was 30 seconds. It was 30 seconds. This match was 30 seconds. I kept track. It was legit 30 seconds. Dana slaps Ronda in the face. All right. And basically, Ronda gets pissed off, does a drop kick on Dana Brooke, and then puts her in the armbar. And Dana traps right away. After the bell is rung, though, Ronda Rousey decides to keep the armbar in for another good 30 seconds. Dana's screaming there in agony. All right. What does Ronda Rousey do after that? She gets out of the ring, she gets her title belt, and she goes over to the barricade to kiss her husband Travis Brown, who is at ringside. Why? I don't know. But then a bunch of security staff tried to get Ronda Rousey to leave, and then she starts whacking them in the face. She starts punching them, punching down security guards, and then Travis Brown, Ronda's husband, starts attacking security guards. And I'm like, whoa, what? Like, why is her husband getting involved? What business does her husband have in all this? Right. So now WWE's incorporating Ronda's real husband into this feud. Yes, it kind of makes a little bit of sense because Becky Lynch has been, calling and joking about Ronda's husband on social media. But still, Travis Brown is not a WWE employee. He's just the husband of Ronda Rousey. But what happens is Travis Brown then picks up Ronda by the stomach and, just lifts her over the barricade and they walk out of the arena. I don't know. Does this mean Travis Brown is going to get involved in the match at WrestleMania? I have no idea. I don't agree with this at all because, let the story be between Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte. All right. I like Ronda and everything. I love what she's doing with this heel turn, the attitude, the aggression, just the I don't give two fucks attitude she has. I love it. But at the end of the day, you got to keep the story between what's going on between Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte. Travis Brown has no business being part of the storyline. He should be a spectator like the rest of us. All right. I don't know whose idea it was to get him involved with this storyline. All right. But I don't agree with it. I don't know. WWE just keeps putting, trying to add little things here and there to further the storyline instead of letting the story just be between the three people in the ring. Like 1 second, oh yeah, it's about Becky being suspended, all right, and let's get the cops involved and all this other stuff. Another second, it's about Vince McMahon changing the match, and then another second, it's about Ronda Rousey's husband. Like, what are we doing here? Can this be about the Raw Women's Championship? Can this be about how much bad blood there is between Ronda and Becky? Can we keep it like that, please? Jeez, man. I don't know. All right, what else happened? What else happened? We had Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, which was the main event. All right, and basically this was a pretty damn good match. Pretty good match. All right, we all know Seth and Drew, they faced off against each other thousands of times at this point. And, it's always good. It's kind of like Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler from last year. All right, almost every time they get in the ring, they deliver. But still, what happens is Seth is setting up Rollins for the stomp, the curb stomp. But then Brock Lesnar comes out, with Paul Heyman to distract him. And I hate when WWE does this, all right? They let Seth Rollins get distracted. This allows Drew McIntyre to get up and hit the Claymore on Seth and get the win. I hate when WWE does this because it's unnecessary. Unnecessary. All right. What happens is you have a superstar that's 400 feet away on the top of the entrance ramp, distract the superstar in the ring. Instead of that superstar, why should that superstar be worried about someone that's all the way at the top of the entrance ramp? Why don't you ignore them and focus on your match? It makes Seth Rollins look like an idiot. He should look at Lesnar for 1-2 seconds max and then go back to Drew McIntyre instead of focusing on Brock Lesnar. All right, because Lesnar clearly isn't gonna storm the ring. He's just trying to distract you. But hey, what do I know, right? But last thing we're gonna talk about before we get out of this. I told you guys this is not gonna be a long review. Um, Batista. Batista explains why he wants to end Triple H. All right, Batista, he's in Tampa, Florida. He's doing a live interview from there, and he says the reason why he's not in Chicago because he hates that town. And basically, the whole point Batista was explaining. Batista explains that Triple H has been holding him back for years, and basically, it was a repeat of what he said last week. To be honest, that's what it was. It was a repeat of what he said. To be honest, because Triple H has been holding him back for years, keeping him from getting the opportunities that he desired, keeping him from championships and all this other stuff. Which is partially true, to be honest, but still. Batista says, Vince McMahon needs to, get into his head that Triple H needs to be fired and let him go, from his corporate world because at Mania, Batista's gonna end Triple H's in-ring career in their no hold barred match, and he ends the interview saying, "That's all I got to say. Now get out." He's yelling at the camera crew to get out, and that's it. It was a pretty good promo, all right. Batista, he's not the best on the mic, but this was a decent promo, all right, and I enjoyed it. We'll see where the story goes in the last couple weeks to WrestleMania, but other than that, that's about it. That's about it for Raw. Raw was garbage tonight. All right. Anything about it is I don't know yet about next week's review because there is a possibility I might be at Monday Night Raw next week because it is going to be here in Boston, but I haven't made that decision yet. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking about it, man. Like the fact that I almost went to WrestleMania, the fact that I was actually considering going to WrestleMania. Me and Moose were supposed to go to WrestleMania together, man, and now Moose doesn't even want the product anymore, and here I am. I don't know what to think. But honestly, this company, it's ridiculous. I'm probably going to do a separate video tomorrow going more in depth about, my thoughts on the Sasha Bailey going up against Beth Phoenix and Natalia and Nia and Tamina. But other than that, the rest of the show was absolute garbage. Absolute, pure, pathetic garbage. But, tomorrow night, SmackDown Live, we actually have something to look forward to. We have the Kofi Kingston Gauntlet match. All right, can't wait for that. We also have, they're going to continue the build on I forget, there's something else that's supposed to be happening tomorrow. Is it the Tag Team Championship? Oh, no, The Miz and Shane McMahon are supposed to have a segment. SmackDown Live, I'm actually excited for almost everything SmackDown Live has planned at Mania. Raw, garbage. But SmackDown Live side of things, it's looking pretty damn good, to be honest. But I can't wait for SmackDown Live tomorrow. Can't wait to see that Kofi Kingston Gauntlet match. But, other than that, that's about all I got for you guys today. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Enable notifications by clicking the bell right next to my name, TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Other than that, guys, that's about all I got for you guys today. Have a great day, guys. Peace.